You mentioned about the Chiefs, their ability to not beat themselves and do what they do in one-score games, and of course, many in the talking about a business call it luck, but there is a residue of design, right? When you get lucky, but so what is that though? How does one coach a team or coach it into people to make sure that you just drill down snap to snap, moment to moment, situation to situation, and don't make the mistake? How does one do such a thing, Bill?
I think Andy Reid is a master at constant evolution. And I say constant evolution because I think he will turn over every stone through the course of a season. You know, you can go into a season with a certain identity, a certain plan that you have in effect. But all of a sudden, as the season comes along, it's about making the tweaks, making the adjustments, adhering to what you have. I think when he moved Joe Thuney to left tackle, that changed a lot of things. That fixed a lot of problems. Maybe a little bit weaker in the middle, but all of a sudden Patrick Mahomes got a little bit more time. And Joe Thuney, again, and his selflessness, being able to do that. I think they have one of the best defensive coordinators in the game of football, in Steve Spagnuolo. He will come after you. He will make you feel uncomfortable. You don't want to get in third and long against him. He's going to blitz you no matter what. He will draw people back. He's a hard guy to prepare for. And then I think they've kind of relied on this running game with Pacheco, and all of a sudden Kareem Hunt now becomes like the guy who's almost a hot hand. And then all of a sudden Travis Kelce is starting to step up in the play in the postseason. So they have so many different ways, and maybe have the best kicker in the playoffs that are left. Harrison Butker. I mean, think about all the other teams that got some kicking issues. And so this team doesn't have a weakness. They don't really have a flaw. Probably don't have a strength that's better than any other team, but collectively, their mindset, the way they approach the game, their psyche in the fourth quarter of a game. They got one of the greatest guys in the world, and that's Patrick Mahomes. He answers every question, doesn't flinch. And again, this is why they're looking, they're 2 games away from a three-peat.
So do you as a coach constantly bring up situations and game it out? I mean, that's what I'm saying. How do you get a unit to not make the mistake and win all these close games? Or is it just, hey, they've got the good fortune of having won 2 in a row and 3 out of 4 and things of that nature, you know?
They don't even talk that way, Rich. They stay in the now. I think when you're doing something that's special, you don't ponder what you did. You don't sit there ponder what's going on. You don't reflect what you just did. You stay in the now. And part of the now right now is constantly tweaking what you have, whether it's tweaking what you have because of the opponent or whether it's tweaking what you have because of your situation from a health standpoint. So I think you kind of simplify it. And I think when you have great players, they can concentrate on one thing. So I don't think you want to give them a whole lot to think about. And I always felt like that was the thing to me I learned down through the years of coaching, is to stay in the now, which is really right now is keeping the players mentally focused on what's in front of them, where it's that particular day, and more importantly, that particular week, and not think about the consequences, not pondering the future, not reflecting on what you just did. You have time for that to do that when it's all said and done. And I think for this football team, they keep finding a way to win each and every week, trying to take that little chip on their shoulder, which I think right now, almost to me, the Buffalo Bills have what the Kansas City Chiefs had last year. A chip on their shoulder, tell us we can't do something. We're underdogs at home. We're underdogs on the road. And all of a sudden, they're kind of taking this thing and kind of running with it. So there's nothing like that little chip in the playoffs. I know I try to create that every year. All the doubters that are out there, all the things they say we can't do, I reminded our team about what was being said about us.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.